Welcome to the channel, you lot. Today, we're diving headfirst into a world of luxury cuisine that'll make your wallets weep. We're talking about the kind of food that only a select few can even dream of tasting. Get ready to be amazed by the top 5 most expensive foods on the planet. From rare delicacies to ingredients that require back-breaking labor, we're serving up a dish of culinary extravagance that's sure to leave you speechless. You think you've seen it all? Think again. First up, we've got Almas caviar. This isn't your average fish eggs on toast. No, this is the real deal. We're talking about eggs from the rare albino sturgeon found in the Caspian Sea. Think about that, albino sturgeon. They're like the unicorns of the sea, incredibly rare and sought after. And the price tag reflects that. A kilo of this stuff can set you back a whopping $35,000. Yeah, you heard that right, 35 grand for some fish eggs. But hey, at least it comes in a gold tin. Now, the reason this caviar is so bloody expensive is because of its rarity. These albino sturgeons are critically endangered, and they only produce those pearly white eggs once they reach a certain age, which can take decades. It's a waiting game, but apparently some people have the time and the money to burn. So what does it taste like? Well, apparently it's got a delicate buttery flavor that's out of this world, but honestly, with that price tag, it better make you levitate. You're not just paying for the taste, you're paying for the exclusivity, the history, and the bragging rights. Next up, we're digging into the world of white truffles. These aren't your average fungi. Oh no. They're like the diamonds of the culinary world, hidden underground and worth a fortune. We're talking about truffles that grow in very specific regions, like the Piedmont region of Italy, alongside the roots of oak trees. They're notoriously difficult to find, often requiring trained dogs or pigs to sniff them out. So why are they so expensive? Well, it all comes down to supply and demand. See, these truffles are highly seasonal, and their growth depends on a bunch of factors like the weather, the soil, and even the mood of the trees, for God's sake. On top of that, they're incredibly perishable, losing their aroma and flavor quickly after they're harvested. But when you do get your hands on a fresh white truffle, it's a culinary revelation. The aroma is intoxicating, earthy and pungent, and the flavor is rich, complex, and almost impossible to describe. It's something you have to experience to understand, but be prepared to pay a hefty price for the privilege. Now, let's talk about saffron, the spice that's worth more than its weight in gold. This vibrant red spice comes from the crocus flower, and each flower produces only a few tiny threads of saffron. We're talking about painstaking labor here, folks. The saffron threads have to be carefully hand-picked from the flowers, and it takes thousands of flowers to produce just a small amount of saffron, and the process doesn't end there. Once the saffron threads are harvested, they need to be dried properly to preserve their flavor and color. It's a delicate process that requires skill and experience, and it all adds to the hefty price tag. But believe me, the flavor of saffron is worth every penny. It's got this unique, slightly sweet, floral aroma and a complex flavor that can add depth and richness to any dish. From Spanish paella to Indian biryani, saffron is a prized ingredient in cuisines all over the world. Moving on to the meat of the matter, let's talk about Kobe beef. This isn't your average backyard barbecue fare, no sir. This is Wagyu beef, raised in Japan's Hyogo Prefecture, and it's treated like royalty. We're talking about cattle that are massaged, brushed, and fed a special diet of beer and sake. Yeah, you heard that right, beer and sake. They say it's all about reducing stress and promoting marbling, and when it comes to Kobe beef, marbling is everything. The meat is judged on its fat content and distribution, and the more marbling, the higher the grade and the higher the price. And let me tell you, a bite of Kobe beef is like a religious experience. It's incredibly tender, buttery, and melts in your mouth like a dream. It's so rich and flavorful, you'll never want to eat regular beef again. But be warned, this level of luxury comes at a price, and you might need to take out a second mortgage to afford a decent steak. Last but not least, we're diving into the deep end with bluefin tuna, the king of the sushi bar. This fish is highly prized for its rich, buttery flavor and melt-in-your-mouth texture, but it's also one of the most expensive fish in the world, with some specimens fetching astronomical prices at auction. We're talking about millions of dollars for a single fish. Now, there are a few reasons for this sky-high price tag. First of all, bluefin tuna is a highly sought-after delicacy, especially in Japan, where it's considered a status symbol. Secondly, Overfishing has led to a decline in bluefin tuna populations, making them even more rare and valuable. And when it comes to sushi, bluefin tuna is the star of the show. Whether it's served as sashimi, nigiri, or in a roll, the flavor is undeniable. It's rich, fatty, and simply divine. But with the high price and the ethical concerns surrounding overfishing, it's a luxury that only a few can afford to indulge in. So there you have it, folks, the top 5 most expensive foods in the world that'll make your bank account tremble. From albino sturgeon caviar to beer-fed beef, these delicacies are in a league of their own. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. And be sure to let us know in the comments which of these luxurious foods you'd be willing to sell your granny's silver for. Until next time, keep it classy, not sloppy.